Good morning all of you. So our chapter is finished. Anyway, we can do some more problems. First question you look. Given this figure, in this figure A, B, C, D is and A, L, M, N are two parallelograms. Find the values of angles x and y. We want to find out the angle x and angle y. And given angle AOL equal, if this point is O, angle AOL is given 40 degree and angle ABC is given 100 degree. So we want to find out the angles x and y. And it is given which are the parallelograms ABCD. Two parallelograms are given ABCD and one parallelogram is ABCD and another parallelogram ALMN. There are two parallelograms that is given. So we know the properties of parallelogram. Opposite sides will be equal, opposite angles will be equal. Anyway, that properties already we have now. And also in this figure it is given this angle is 40 degree. This angle AOL is given 40 degree and angle B is given 100 degree. Then what will be the angles x and y? That we want to find out. Okay. So what is the method for finding that? Here we know if this angle is 100 degree, then this angle will be what? Angle A. That is angle LAD. Angle LAD will be equal to, that means this angle. We know this is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So what about these two angles? These two angles are supplementary angles, because that we know adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So this angle A, that means angle LAD will be equal to 180 minus 100, that's equal to 80 degree. So we got this as 80 degree. Then already it is given this angle is 40 degree. Then what will be y? Now it formed a triangle here. So using the angle sum property of a triangle, we know 80 plus 40. This will be 120. Then this angle y will be equal to, y is equal to 180 minus 120. 180 minus 120, that we know 60 degree. So if y is equal to 60 degree, then what will be the measure of x? X also will be 60 degree, because this is another parallelogram. ALMN is another parallelogram. So these two angles are opposite angles. So if y is equal to 60 degree, x also will be 60 degree. So we got x also 60 degree. Okay, both angles we find out. Next question. Three angles of a quadrilateral are equal. Three angles of a quadrilateral are equal. And its fourth angle is given 120 degree. Find all the angles. Any quadrilateral, that is a quadrilateral is given. So three angles are given equal and another angle is given 120 degree. So suppose these three angles are equal. We just suppose these angles are, three angles are equal, and another angle is given. Otherwise we can use this x. These three angles we can x and this 120. Anyway, I just draw a rough figure. Then we want to find out what will be the three angles. What will be the measures of that three angles? We know using the angle sum property of a quadrilateral, the sum of these four angles will be how much? 360 degree. So 360 minus, so this angle 120 plus the sum of these four angles, 120 plus how many x? 3x. 3x equal 360 degree. So what will be 3x? Therefore 3x equal 360 minus 120. That means 3x is equal to 240. So what will be x? X is equal to 240 by 3. So it will be 80 degree each. So each angles, other angles will be 80 and the fourth angle will be 120 degree. So using the properties of the quadrilateral we studied, we can find out this type of any problems. Okay. So for that, first all of you want to study the properties of each quadrilateral as well. Now next question. So these all questions you want to answer. I will give only questions in the notebook. You want to write the answers with the correct needed steps. Okay, next question. Next question is, the angles of a pentagon are in the ratio 2:3:5:8:12. That is given 2:3:5:8:12. These are the ratios of the angles of a pentagon. Find the smallest and the greatest angles. Find the smallest and the greatest angle. So it is a pentagon. So we just draw a figure of a pentagon. And it is given the angles are in the ratio this 2:3:5:8:12. So each angles we can take. One angle we can take 2x. So other angle 3x. Next one 5x. And this is 8x. And this is given 12x. So that way we can take, if these ratios are given like this, we can just take each angles are 2x, 3x, 5x, 8x and 12x. And we know using the angle sum property of any polygon, what will be the sum of the angles of a pentagon? What is the equation general equation we studied for each polygon? What is the sum of the interior angles of any polygon? We use the equation n minus 2. With the n side polygon, its all angles will be n minus 2 into 180. Okay, so n minus 2, here n, how many sides? Number of sides is given n. So 5 minus 2, so 3 into 180, we will get 540 degree. That is the sum of these 5 angles of a pentagon is 540. So how we can equate that? 8x plus 5x plus 3x plus 2x plus 12x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sum we know, that is 540 degree. So it is 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 3, 16. 16 plus 2, 18. 18 plus 12, 30. So 30x is given 540. So x will be equal to 540 by 30. That means 54 by 3. So the value of x will be 18. So we got the value of x as 18. So what is the question? What we want to find out? Find the smallest and the greatest angle. So in this, if the ratios are like this, which will be the smallest angle? The smallest angle will be with 2x. This angle will be the smallest. So the smallest angle is equal to 2 into 18. That is 36 degree. And the largest angle is, which is the ratio 12x. So 12 into 18. Okay, 12 into 18 to 216. Okay, so these are the two angles. For that, first here also, this already we learned the angle sum of any polygon. We can find out the using this equation n minus 2 into 180, because here it is a pentagon. In the, what is will be the n will be 5 sides. So 5 minus 2 into 180, that is 3 into 180, that we know, that is 540. Then equate that angle sum with this. Sum of these 5 angles will be equal to 540. Then we find out the value of x as 18. Then the smallest angle will be, with the smallest ratio 2x will be the smallest angle, and with the 12x will be the largest angle. So we find out each as 36 and 216 degree. Okay. So one more question. One more question we can discuss. In the rectangle PQRS, a rectangle is given and its name is given PQRS. PQRS. And its two diagonals are marked. And this angle is given 55 degree. Then we want to find out this angle, how much. So using the properties of rectangles, any way to find out this angle. Just imagine, just think about what the properties we already learned in this case of a rectangle and like that. We know what will be the angle, each angles of a rectangle, all this full angle will be how much? That we know. Right angle 90 degree. So if this angle is 55 degree, this angle will be how much? 90 minus 55. So it will be 35. So that you want to write it each, because this angle, we can name this as O. Okay, then angle OQP equal, angle OQP equal 90 minus 55. So it will be 35 degree. This angle will be 35 degree. But we want to find out this angle. And any method for that? What is the properties of diagonals of a rectangle? That we know, if two diagonals of a rectangle are in equal measure. So if this PO will be, we know PO will be equal to OR. So same way PO will be equal to OQ also. PO is equal to OQ. Why? Because each diagonals are, two diagonals are in equal length. So the measure of OP will be equal to OQ. So consider this triangle. Consider this triangle PQO. When we consider this triangle, we got these two sides are equal. Using the properties of diagonal, we got the side OP and OQ are equal. Using the properties of diagonals of a rectangle. So this triangle will be which type of triangle? It is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So this triangle will be an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. So for an isosceles triangle, if this angle is 35 degree, what will be this angle? That we know the opposite angles of that with the equals length. This, what is the opposite angle of this side? This angle Q, and the opposite angle of this side is angle P. So that two angles will be equal in the case of an isosceles triangle. So if this is 35 degree, what will be this angle? Angle P also 35 degree. So when consider this triangle of this PQO, we got these two triangles, these two angles as 35 degree. Then using one property of the angle, some property of the triangle, we can easily find out this angle, because the total of this, sum of these three angles, we know that is 180 degree. So this angle will be angle, we can name it as POQ. Angle POQ equal 180 minus 35 plus 35, we know 70. So it is 110 degree. In this type, any question if you get, you want to know how to solve it using different properties we already learned. Okay, and so that chapter already finished. Anyway, you want to study all these about polygon we discussed and diagonals. Next, convex and concave polygon, regular and irregular polygons. and angle sum property of quadrilateral, and what will be the angle sum of exterior angle sum of any polygon. All we learned, and different types of quadrilaterals, and using these all properties we can solve different problems like this. So all of you study well. Next Thursday we can conduct one test paper of this chapter. Okay, thank you.